Hello everybody, my name is Jeffrey, and last tutorial we ended with this well, beautiful cube loaded up from Blender, so that's nice. In this tutorial we are going to create the entity class, and in the next tutorial we will create a separate renderer class which will focus on only rendering the entities, and that's so we can do some optimization already. So let's create a new package and a new class. So we're going to create the entity class in the entity package, so entity, and our entity class. So for now all our entity will need is a private vector 3f position and a private model. Import those classes and create a constructor, so public entity, and we'll take in this position, so vector 3f position and model, and just type this dot pos equals pos. Well, you know how this works already, to me at least, I may hope so. And is that model equals model, and we'll also generate some getters and setters. Well, if that's it already, then why did I do this? Well, let's create that entity renderer right now, because I'm only 2 minutes into the video, so yeah, let's do that. So go over to your graphics package and create a new renderer, so entity renderer. Later on we'll also create a separate shader class for our entities, but not right now. Public entity renderer, and we'll also need access to our shader object in here, so basic shader, and we'll store that in this model, so private basic shader, and we'll set this dot shader equal to shader and import the class. So what we're going to do, we're going to take in a private, we're not going to take anything in. We're going to create a method, a public void render method, and this method is going to take something in, a array list of entities, and we're going to call this entity. In here we're going to loop. Wait, why does this give me an error? Array list of type entity, entities. Oh, what? That's odd. I changed this to entities and it let me import it. Well, okay. Well, I did need to change this to entities, so that was well, okay. So we're going to loop through all the entities, so entity, and in entities, and just move this code from here to here. Yep. Change some of these. This will need to be entity.getModel, for example. Copy, paste, and paste. So, yep. Next thing that we're going to do. Oh yeah. Our master renderer class. Clean this up, and entity renderer dot render entities. So we can get rid of this line. I will have to initialize our entity renderer. So entity renderer, yes. And over here, entity renderer equals new entity renderer, and it's going to take in the basic shader. So what is wrong? Change, yes. Renderer. What? render. Oh, I mistyped something. I do want this to be this. Rename, yes. And we'll have to change this, save it, and over here, this, and this. Okay. Yep. Okay, entities. Well, we're going to create a method over here. Public void process entity. And what we're going to do is our main class is going to send to the master renderer class which entities it wants to render. So we can do some frustum culling, etc. But we'll do that later on. But yeah. So it's going to send each entity that we want to render, each frame separately. So entity, entity, and now we'll create an array list over here. So private array list entity entities. So import the array list, import the entity, and well, we can actually initialize this right here, over here. New array list entity. Okay, and over here entity dot entities dot add will we'll create some more complex method over here later on, and everything, well, in the next tutorial actually. And each frame after we're done rendering, entities dot clear. So and so, oh, and one thing that I forgot for here, entity dot get position. Okay, and now in our main class, well, oh, did I remove everything from here? No, the model and vertex. So in our main class, we're going to create also create a array list of entities, but this one will be temporary. Temp private array list of entities equals new array list entity, and closed off with some brackets. Now import this class and import entity class, and in our main method we'll create several entities. So, well, let's create multiple entities to test our renderer at right now. So for int I equals 0, I is less than 50, I plus plus, and entities dot add. No. Oh, I misspelled it. Yes. New entity. It's going to take in a position, so new vector 3f, and I'm going to type 0, 0, 0 for right now. And model dot load model. Well, no, that's inefficient. Model equals new model. Oh no, equals model dot load model cube dot obj. Yes, and change this to model. Okay, import our vector 3f class, and we'll randomize this so that will, I hope it will look nice. So random equals new random, and import the random class. So random dot next float minus 500. Oh no, next int and cap this to 1000. Copy this, paste it, and for our C value we don't want to subtract 500 because those entities will lie behind the camera, just like I explained in, I believe, the 5th or the 6th tutorial. Well, I Okay. Did I explain it? Probably. Okay. And just test our code. And it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? You might ask. Well, renderer.ol for int I equals 0, I is less than entities dot size I plus plus renderer dot process entity entities dot get I. Oh no, I. It always does that. So annoying. Okay, and now run. So shall we remove the FPS gap for right now? Let's change this to 5000. So let's see what our actual frames per second is. 2000. Yeah. Average 2000 with 50 entities. That's, well, 1500 frames per second less than when we were just drawing one triangle. That's a lot for a few triangles more. So in the next tutorial we're going to optimize our entity renderer, so I hope I see you in the next one. So bye.